we start from today, right? Because
Exactly.
we start from today. So
Yeah.
it's uh, I have to
8:06
five
your
oh
time.
okay. I was gonna say
So
eight,
yeah,
but it's actually 5
six.
5:06. So we are gonna go ahead and get started.
Yep.
Welcome, Mr. Henry. Welcome everyone. Good to have everyone join us. I'm going to hand over to you.
Okay, great. So good day, everyone, my beautiful youth. From Liberia, Nigeria, today reminds us that something powerful that the internet has removed all boundaries. So as you enter into this space and you get to meet each other, there's no longer boundaries. Before, we would either have to fly to Nigeria or Nigerians would have to fly to Liberia. But because of this great thing called the internet, we absolutely have no boundaries. And we are here today to help you guys understand that the only limits that you have right now in this day, 2025 and moving on, are yourselves. There are no limits. You are in control of your destiny. You are the only limits that you have. This space we created for you today to learn, to laugh, to be inspired, to realize that that we are more alike than we are different. Granted, we may sound different, we may even look different, but we are more alike than we are. So together, as we move Africa forward, I want to welcome each and every one of you. I'm honored to be here with you all today. I'm honored that Ms. Jumake actually listened to what I said, and her and we did this within what, 2.5 weeks, I think. Yes,
Yes.
within 2.5 weeks, we've been able to pull this off. So because of you guys, that's why this is successful. So without further ado, the way this is going to be, her and I are going to be the moderators for the most part. Where I probably fall short is where she's going to come in. We're going to take that opportunity for each person to introduce themselves. Because there's a lot of us, we want you to be very cognizant of the time. So 1 to 2 minutes, you can introduce yourself. Just a few housekeeping rules. If you have a question, we ask that you just kind of raise your hand so we're not talking against one another. When you're not speaking, keep your volume on mute so that we are not hearing your background noise. We also want to see your beautiful faces. So we just ask that you turn on your cameras so we can actually put names with faces and so on and so forth. So before I move on to Ms. Jewel, I'm going to briefly introduce myself, and then Ms. Jewel McKay, you can introduce yourself, and then the pastor that's on here. Actually, if it's okay with you, can we start with a prayer?
Oh, yes. Please go ahead.
Okay. So you want to pray, or you want to pray in and I pray out? You want to pray out?
Please,
I
you take
Take
it
it
on.
on.
Okay, all right, all right. Let us bow our heads in prayer. Father God, we come, I thank you. We thank you for this time. We thank you for your grace. We thank you for your mercy. Lord, you say where two or more are gathered, there you will be. So we know that you are in the midst of us all. Lord, we just ask that as we speak, that you are speaking through us. Give us knowledge and understanding. The Liberians that are here, Father God, allow them to speak clearly that they can be heard, they can be understood. The Nigerians that are here, allow them to speak clearly so that the Liberians can hear them and understand them. Lord God, we thank you for giving us the gift to be able to leverage each other's vessel. We thank you that you allow us to not only be walking in your gift, but allowing us to be a reservoir that we can pour into the youth because they are the next generation. They are the next Africa. And everyone that's on this call right now, Lord God, first, let's thank God for internet. Lord, we thank you for our internet. I
Yes.
know it's a small thing, but it's a big thing. We thank you, Lord. We thank you for life. We thank you for everything. We thank you that we're able to speak. We thank you that we're able to swallow our spit. We thank you that we're able to be here in fellowship with one another. So we just turn this meeting over to you, Lord God, for you to steer it, drive it and put it in the right direction. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So without further ado, I will have you introduce yourself, and to introduce yourself, to tell the ladies and gents where you're from, and I know you're part of the organization, what it is you guys do briefly, and then let me introduce myself first, and then you introduce yourself, and we allow everyone else to start introducing themselves. So, for those of you that are not from Liberia and don't know me, my name is Maisie Dunbar. I am the president and founder of Maisie Dunbar Global, home of Bluffer Joe Cosmetics. I also own a cosmetic brand that is based in the US, Liberia, and I used to have some partnerships in Nigeria, but we're also registered in Nigeria as well. I am a advocate and a champion for seeing people win, and in a nutshell, I'm very committed to the youth in all aspects, especially the youth of Africa. And I just want to see them win. That's my sweet spot. When I see people win, it just makes me feel very happy. But in my professional life, I am a business strategist. I owned a spa for 27 years in the Washington, D.C. area. I'm an international trainer and a speaker as well. So coming to you today, I'm just coming to you as your humble servant. That's who I am today.
Thank you. I'll introduce myself and a couple of other leaders that we have amongst us. So my name is Jumoke Akin-Taylor. I am second vice president and the chief operating officer for Africa Leadership Group, Tri-Africa Empowerment Foundation, and the mission of the organization is really to promote responsible, ethical, and accountable leadership across the continent. The importance of good governance, just again, bringing us Pan-Africanism, if I can just use that word, promote Pan-Africanism, knowing that the gifting that we have, both the human resources and natural resources that we have in Africa is a gift. And how do we leverage that for the good and the advancement of the continent? So we have different arms. I'm also very proud to be one of the youth leaders. Well, actually, I'm not a youth, but my passion and my commitment is to the youth. I believe the continent hasn't been very kind to the youths, and so we have a responsibility. I believe my generation has a responsibility to this generation to support and help build them to realize their potential so that they can begin to thrive in all that they do. So that's me in a nutshell. We have a few initiatives that I'm very excited about. We have the School of Leadership and Governance. I had just mentioned that. We have some key courses there. We have the Citizens Responsibility course. We also have the Project Management Fundamental course, and I teach that. We've graduated like four classes over the past few years. We also teach financial literacy at the School of Leadership and Governance. And then we have the FAN, Feed the Neighbor, Feed the Nation initiative, which goes out to the community and to help to provide food for the financially disadvantaged. That's the word I use. And then we have HALF, which is Hope Alive Fund, that also provides grants to up and coming entrepreneurs. I think we did the first outreach last month and gives up to 100,000 Naira grant for youths that are starting off. Then we have our leadership series, weekly virtual town hall series where we discuss national issues. We bring in experts to discuss national issues. So we have the Nigerian leadership series, we have the Ghana leadership series, and we have the Kenya leadership series And very soon, we now have the Liberia-Nigeria fireside chat. So I'm very excited. And I'm going to have Pastor Olagunju introduce himself, and also Mr. Henry Kentebe all the way from Canada, and Mr. Tolu Ogundipe also introduce themselves. Please go ahead, Pastor.
Thank you so much. Thank you, and it's good to be here. Thanks to Maisie and the others at Jumoke. Thanks for inviting us. Of course, I'm a member of ALG, so I have responsibility to the group and of course the youth of Africa. So my name is Olagunju. My first name is Olajide, and I'm a lawyer originally and always, but then specialized in legal anthropology, which studies local practices of conflict resolution and peace studies. And so I head and teach at Jesus College in the USA. I also teach at Berkeley Graduate University in Texas, and then UAC in Cote d'Ivoire, because I'm also bilingual. I speak French and English. Thanks to internet, I'm able to do all those several engagements. I'm also, like my sister said, passionate about it. I think the salvation, first of all, the problem of Africa today is the fact that youth are being misused, abused, they're being channeled to underdevelopment purposes and used for violence. And so the solution is for the youth to again they have to be in front in their lives and being part of development, getting engaged, and then reducing violence. Thank you for having me. I'm very grateful.
Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Henry Kentebe,
Yes.
and then would have Mr. Tolu Ogundipe. Please go ahead, sir. Okay, he's going to do his introductions later. Mr. Tolu Ogundipe, are you able to do your introductions? Okay, he's off. So, Caleb, sis, do you want me to have the Nigerian groups introduce themselves, or how do you want to? Also, should we just call the name as we see it on the screen? Okay. All right, so I'll have Abraham. Abraham Kwa, please introduce yourself. Abraham, can you unmute?
Abraham,
Yes,
you
I'm
unmute yourself, state your name, the country you're from, and what, if you're in the university, what grade, if you're a senior,
Hello?
whatever, just
Hello?
tell us, just
Hello?
brief. Yes, please. Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Go ahead, Abraham,
Hello?
we can hear you.
Hello? Can you people hear me?
Yes.
Abraham Kawa from Liberia. I'm the head of Youth Economic Development Initiative. I think you can see it, the logos on my Zoom meeting. We are grassroots organization, and effective this week we'll be getting our article incorporation that will make us legitimate. I was invited by Madam Mercy Domba, and I'm glad to be part of this organization. Thank you very much for giving me.
Thank you very much. And I'm going to give our able director, Albert, a minute to catch his breath. He just came in. So we have Ambassador Courage. Please go ahead and introduce yourself. Ambassador Courage.
I'm driving or traffic. I was looking at the background from the small city.
Okay. We have who else do we have? Just going down the list. We have, okay, King Albert, are you able to introduce yourself now? You are next on.
Good afternoon, all. Good evening, depending on where you're dialing in from. This is a long-awaited and will probably be a landmark conversation across borders. We wish you all the best from Tri-Africa and the School of Leadership and Governance. I'm sure it's going to be a stellar series, and we hope that you would take away lots from it. And we look forward to seeing you in future series. Thank you very much. Over to you, Jumoke.
Okay. King Albert is our director of School of Leadership, and he's taking that program to a different level. There's a mentorship program that he runs, connecting youths with a renowned, responsible, ethical, and accountable veterans, and that program has been very successful. So that's another thing that we can tap into. Ayinton. Ayinton, that's pretty. Can you go ahead and introduce yourself? Ayinton.
Good day, everyone. My name is Ayinton Lulua. I'm from Nigeria, and I'm a pharmacy student of Obafemi Awolowo University. And I'm so glad to be on this program today.
Thank you. That's a powerful name. That means you can't finish praising God.
Oh, really? I
Yes.
love that name.
Yes.
Wow.
Thank
You
you.
can't finish praising God.
Thank you so much.
Catherine Williams, please go ahead and introduce yourself.
Catherine. Can you guys hear us?
Please unmute. Catherine, are you able to unmute? Okay. So maybe we can go on to the next. Caleb, do you want to introduce yourself? Caleb, your audio is not working.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
I'm privileged to be here. A member of the African Youth and African Leadership Group, and also one of the youth and as part of the Real Advocate subsidiary leadership group. I'm from Nigeria. Professionally, I'm a graduate of industrial chemistry and presently working as an intern as a process engineer in a chemical industry known as UG Chemicals. And I look forward to connecting and getting the best of this meeting this evening, as I'm privileged to be here with distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, ma, and
Thank you
sir.
very much. Chioma, are you able to introduce yourself? I know you are you're in an event that you may not be able to speak. If you are able, or mute. If not, you can just put your introductions in the chat. Cyrus, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm Cyrus Kofe from Liberia. I hold a bachelor in accounting, and I'm a member of Cohort 13, the President Young Professional Program assigned at the Nature Compact. Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. So we also have Dr. Kabiru Mohammed joining us. Please go ahead and introduce yourself, sir.
Thank you. It is my pleasure joining you this evening. My name is Kabir Mohammed, joining from Nigeria. I'm a tutor in one of the Federal University of Kashari. Thank you for having time with you.
Thank you, sir. Welcome. someone came in with PYPP. There's it's the name of a device. If you can just rename that so that we know who you are. Go ahead, Miss Mercy.
Henry wants to know if he can do his introduction later.
Yes.
Okay.
Favor, go ahead and introduce yourself, Favor. Good day. Her name is Favor Oluwamoroti from Nigeria. And I think they're not able to speak due to background. So we'll have some of those. Then I'll have, who else? Miss Missy, do you see who else is on the line?
Mr. Dan,
Okay,
can you
I'll hand
introduce
over back to you
yourself?
now.
Okay, Dan, can you introduce yourself? Dan Ja, Mr. Bestman, can you
Yes, I'm here.
introduce yourself?
Are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, so I'm Dan Bestman, junior from Liberia, and I'm a student of the Stars University, senior student, reading MIS, Management Information System, and also a local entrepreneur trying to strive and do better, and I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. Welcome, welcome. Mr. Saki Kowal, can you introduce yourself? Please unmute yourself and introduce yourself. You're still muted, Saki. You're still muted. Okay, there we
Am I
go.
okay? Okay.
Yes, we can hear you now.
All right, thank you. My name is Jay Saikiko from Liberia. I hold a Bachelor of Science degree in Public Health from the University of Liberia. I am a fellow of the President's Young Professional Program in Liberia, commonly known as PYPP, and I'm currently assigned at the National Water, Sanitation and Hygiene Commission, where we work with local NGOs in rural part of Liberia, precisely Grand Bassa County. And it is an honor and a pleasure also being on this platform to learn and to grow and develop. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Welcome.
Thank you for showing up. Welcome. Mr. Jerry?
Yeah, so thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be part of this platform. My name is Jerry Success Popper. I am a graduate of the Bond County Technical College. I hold a Bachelor of Science degree in Agriculture Technology and an advanced diploma in plant protection from the Arava International Agricultural Training Program in Sub-Saharan Asia. I'm also a national fellow for the President Young Professional Program in Liberia, and I'm assigned at the Ministry of Agriculture in the local government sector in Central Liberia, where we are supporting farming initiatives across this region of our country.
Welcome.
Thank you. Welcome. Welcome. And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for planting the food and that we eat, you know. We need agriculture. That's a must.
Thank you.
Isita, is that how you say your name? Iseta?
Yes, it's Isita.
Yeah, that's what I thought, Isita. I said it correct the first time. Do you mind introducing yourself for us, please?
Yes, I am T. Isita Martak Bali. A Liberian. I'm also a fellow for the President Young Professional Program Cohort 12 in Liberia. I'm assigned at the Liberia Standards Authority. I'm excited to be here to learn and network professionally.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Let me see who else we have not called.
We haven't called a few. There is Louis, there's Kennedy, there's Momo, quite a few.
Okay, Louis, Kennedy, can you unmute yourself?
Okay, good day, everyone.
Good day.
My name is Christian. I'm a project manager and a graduate of University of Lagos. I studied mathematics education, and it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much.
Georgelyn Malba. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you. Georgelyn Malba. Okay. Georgelyn, not. Catherine, can you unmute your phone now and introduce yourself? If not, who's PYPP_CX? Can you introduce yourself, sir? You can either
Thank you
rename,
very much.
yeah, please rename your thing and then introduce yourself, please.
All right, I'll
So while you're doing that, we'll go to Salamatu. Salamatu, can you unmute yourself, please?
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Salamatu Idris Isa. I am a lecturer at Ahmadu Bello University. I've been a professor since 2017. I take development studies, and I'm here as a facilitator for the Nigeria's version of the African Leadership Program. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you for
Welcome.
joining us.
Thank you for joining us.
Louise hasn't introduced herself.
Yes, Louis, please unmute yourself. After Miss Salamatu, Sunday. Sunday. Sunday, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I'm Sunday James. I'm an educator, a graduate of University of Lagos. I'm joining the call from Nigeria and in Lagos State. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you for
Thank you
being
for
here.
joining. Yes. We have Favor as
Good
well.
evening, everyone.
Good
Okay,
evening.
good evening, Louise.
Good evening. My name is Lois Oladipo. Sorry, I had network issues. My name is Lois Oladipo. I am a pharmacy student of Obafemi Awolowo University, and I am an advocate for women and girls. I have a social impact initiative called Dignity for Her, and I'm very happy to be here. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Jonathan, can you unmute yourself now and introduce yourself, please?
Thank you very much. My name is Jonathan Enfire. I am from Liberia. I am from the President Young Professional Program. I studied economics at the African Methodist Episcopal University with a Bachelor of Science degree. Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here today.
Okay, thank you. Have we called everybody?
No, we have Alvin Omondi. We haven't called, and they're quite Alvin, you haven't introduced yourself.
And
we have Zoom user that hasn't introduced themselves as well.
And the Zoom user, can you rename yourself? If you guys can unmute yourselves so we can get the networking started. We wanted to be in here for about an hour and a half to be respectful of people's time and the time of day. And then also while the network is working, I know Jumoke, you don't have to deal with that issue in America.
Actually, I do. I do as well. Sometimes my network goes off.
Okay. You know, in Africa, we gotta like count the time when it's working. It's like, yes.
Take advantage.
Exactly. Most importantly, yes. So we have Miss Hattie that's coming in. Techno BF6, can you rename your device and introduce yourself? And then we have who else here?
Okay.
Olatum.
Alvin is from Kenya. That's welcome.
Good.
Yeah.
Olatumboson, can you unmute yourself and introduce yourself?
And Momo hasn't introduced themselves as well. Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
anyone, if you have not introduced yourself, please raise your hand so we can see instead of going through
Okay.
that.
Good day, everyone.
Good day.
I am Latifosun Adedotun. I'm from Manchester. I'm a Nigerian, but I'm based in the United Kingdom in Manchester. I am into enrollment of Nigeria National Identification Number, and also I'm into shipping, air shipping and sea shipping. So it is good to be here and happy celebration.
Thank you. Okay, anyone else? Jumike,
Yes,
you
I
have
haven't introduced myself. Okay, go ahead.
Please do.
Okay, hello everybody. My name is Momo Yala. I'm a Liberian. I have a Bachelor of Science degree in economics with a minor in mathematics. I'm also a President's Young Professionals Program Fellow assigned at the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning, where I contribute to the management of the country's resources and the driving of the country's national development plan as well. I'm happy to be here and to connect with other young people and everyone here to learn and grow as well. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Anybody else? Thank you and welcome. Thank you and welcome. Anyone else that we've forgotten before we get started?
Just raise your hand.
Raise your hand, please, if we have not called. Hattie, there's a Hattie that just came in. Hattie, can you unmute yourself? Ezek, can you unmute yourself and introduce yourself?
Good evening to all.
Who is this, please?
Catherine.
Who? Your name?
Catherine F. Pathway from Liberia.
What is your...
Catherine F. Pathway.
Okay,
From Liberia, studying at the African Methodist Episcopal University, majoring in public health.
Oh, welcome. Who else? Somebody else just came. Alvin introduced himself already. No. Can you raise your hand if we haven't called on you yet? It said there's 2 persons in the waiting room. So anybody else that we have not called on? Dr. Caribou? Anyone else?
We have Miss Deborah Olariwaju. She's in the chat. She put her introduction in the chat room. Pretty Favor World. You want to introduce yourself?
Okay, so you guys can read the chat. Oh yeah, if y'all want me to read the chat, I guess I can.
Shadrach and then Sharif also. Those are 2 new names. So sis, maybe you can go proceed, and then as time goes on, they can introduce themselves. Yes.
So, okay, great. Good. So if you're coming in later than now, we just ask that you introduce yourselves in the chat, and then maybe in between questions, we will go and read your introduction in the chat. We plan on covering 5 major questions here today. One is share African identity and connection. Second is youth leadership and owning your future. Third, economic empowerment and youth entrepreneurship. Fourth, breaking generational barriers and limiting beliefs. 5, collaboration over competition. So as we can see, these topics are great topics, but if not controlled, we'll be here till midnight because we are Africans and we like to talk. So the way this will go, I will state the question and we will need one person from Liberia can raise their hand. Each topic has about 3 questions. So one person from Liberia can raise their hand. 1 or 2 persons can raise their hand. From Liberia, 2 persons from Nigeria can raise their hand so we can see what the conversations are like. Are you okay with that, Jumoke, or no?
Oh, excellent.
Okay, great. So the purpose of this is to share our united cultures and our values and our dreams. So the first question is, what do you love most about being a Liberian? I need 2 Liberians to raise their hand and then unmute yourself, please. This is an interactive, you're here to network. So if you don't unmute yourself and talk, how are you going to network without talking? This is an opportunity
Don't be shy.
to meet each other. Don't be shy. If you don't unmute yourself, I'll call you out.
That's what I do too.
Mr. Beckman, what do you love most about being a Liberian?
So, firstly, I want to say thank you for the question and beginning the program with us, and we appreciate that a lot. So,
welcome.
We always have this saying as Liberians, we say we have the skills to adapt,
yes,
right? And we feel that we have that unique ability wherein we can try to be like a Nigerian. We want to be like, we can be anybody, right? But they can be us. So yeah. So like, and one of the reasons why we have that feeling is because when you come to Liberia, people struggle to, most of the foreigners we have here, they struggle to sound like the way we talk, more especially when it comes to our local pidgin. And sometimes the way we do things, they also struggle with that. But if you are a Liberian and happens to go to Nigeria or Guyana or even the United States, you have less time to adapt, speak like American, speak like a Nigerian, maybe like a Ghanaian, than they will do in your own settings.
Okay. Anybody else? Another Liberian? Anybody else? Thank you. Can I add to that? Can I add something to that, Mr. Besma? Can I add something to that?
Yeah, sure, you can do that.
So what I can say is Liberians were very friendly. We're very open people. We're very welcoming. And I think that's what I like about being in Nigeria. I found when I started going to Nigeria 7 years ago, that was the same experience that I got. And growing up in Michigan, a lot of my friends were from, all parts of Africa, particularly Nigeria. And I find that Nigerians are very open, very friendly, and very adaptable. And I think that's the thing with Liberians. Liberians, we're very resilient. I believe we are. Anybody else from the Liberia side before we go to Nigeria? You leaving?
You have 2 hands up. You have Saki and
okay,
also
Mr.
Abraham.
Saki. Okay, Saki, we'll go with Saki for that one. And then we'll go over to the Nigerians. Saki, what do you have to say?
Okay. So one thing that set we Liberian apart is that our sense of empathy. We feel somehow empathetical with people. And like you said, we embrace people with open mind. That's one of the things that set us apart.
Okay. So now Nigeria. What do you love most about being a Nigerian?
Okay.
Anybody got their hand up?
I don't see hands up, and you guys know I'll volunteer you.
So you better put your
Okay.
hand up.
Who wants to speak? Lois, Kristen, Caleb. Who wants to?
Louis,
Bosun, who wants to
what
go?
do you love about being a Nigerian?
Oh, Lois is having. Kristen, do you want to go? Or okay, Deborah, you said
Kristen.
you are in the. We can't hear you. Are you in the? You're okay.
Christian.
Okay, Lois, what do you love about being Nigerian, about being a Nigerian? Miss Oladipo.
Hello, can I talk now?
Yes,
Yes,
please
go
go ahead.
ahead. Yes.
Once again, my name is Olatubosun, and thank you for bringing this together for us to learn so many things and then to speak about our culture. Why I love being in Nigeria is that we have diversity in culture. When we talk about, we have different cultures, we have Yorubas, we have the Hausa, we have Igbos, we have different kind of culture. Why I love Nigerian, then also Nigerian, they are so intelligent. Whenever they go, they always stand out. You can also hear about Nigeria. Whenever they go, definitely you see them stand out. They are intelligent, they are loving, they are so caring, and they are kind. And again, what again I love is that being a Nigerian is that it's God that created you to be a Nigerian. So you've had no choice. You are a Nigerian. God asked you to go to this particular place. You have no choice to love it. And I go to love a lot of people there. And then because of this kindness, caring, and love. So that's why I love being a Nigerian. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Lois or Ayinoluwatan, are you able to share with us what
Yeah,
you love about
Oluwatan.
being Nigerian?
Oh, good day, everyone. So I think
Good
what I
day.
love the most about being a Nigerian is the sense of community. Like everywhere you turn to in Nigeria, there's always a community for you to rely on, for you to go to for when you have problems. Like anytime you have issues, you can always turn to people around you. I think it's the sense of community and the unity and love that I get everywhere that I go. So that's what I love the most about being in Nigeria.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. Like I said earlier, we are alike more than we think we are, because even here in Liberia, that's one of the things I love about being on the continent, is that sense of community. I think that's what I love about being an African, is that sense of community. Because Africa is it's community living is what I say. Your child is sick, somebody in the community will help you. That's what I love about being especially West Africans. I think we really thrive off of community living. So thank you guys for answering that question. The next question I have, Mr. Abraham, I knew you had your hand up, but this question, I'm going to start with Nigeria first. What values do both countries share? So one person from Nigeria can answer that question, and one person from Liberia can answer that question. What values do both countries share? What values do you guys think both countries share? I'm gonna call somebody out from Nigeria.
Please do.
Who's Sheriff?
Sheriff is from Liberia.
Oh,
No, is Sheriff from Liberia?
Sheriff Fanta.
Yeah, Sheriff is from Liberia.
Yeah, Sheriff that's Liberian.
Yeah.
Let me see who here. Christian, didn't answer the last time. Christian Kennedy.
Okay. What I think both countries have in common, I think, is the ability to adapt to situations, ability to help one another anywhere we find ourselves, in UK, US, Nigeria, in any part of Africa. I think the ability to, adapt, the ability to, or the willingness to offer a helping hand to strangers in particular, it's one thing that is particular about the African people, particularly about Liberia and Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Abraham, what values do you think both countries share?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Yes. Yes. Both countries share a love for peace and unity. And because both countries have experienced conflict in the past, which make the people value peace, stability, and unity in their communities, right? And both countries have rich cultural pride. Both nations are proud of their cultural heritage. I think that is my answer.
Okay. So I'll ask, anyone can answer this particular question. When you think about Liberia and Nigeria, they're very close. During the war, Nigeria dispersed their soldiers here to help save us. So I want to ask anyone can unmute themselves and just answer this question. What do you think that makes the uniqueness with Liberia and Nigeria? Why Liberia love Nigeria? Why Nigeria love Liberia? We have a lot of Nigerians in Liberia. Historically, there's a lot of Nigerian kids. Quite a few Nigerian families moved to Liberia and, got indoctrinated to our system, had kids, marry Liberian women, and so on and so forth. So what do you think that makes it so easy for our two countries to be so alike and aligned? Anybody can answer that question?
Yes, I think I want to come in with that.
Okay.
Yeah, so from my experience with interacting with Nigerians, first of all, I'm a Liberian. I understand that Nigerians are loving people. They embrace diversity. They are quick to adapt. And Liberians do also share similar characteristics. So it becomes easier for both people to live together as one. So Nigerians barely discriminate. They are not racist like other African countries. So Nigerians always consider other Africans as part of them. So with that, it makes it easier. And for us Liberians, we do not care about where you come from. As a matter of fact, we see this country to be a country for all Africans, given its history. So with that, we are easier to adapt with Nigerians compared to other Africans. Yes, that's how I can answer that.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. How do you think it makes us stronger? We always say, I always say united we're stronger, divided we are weaker. So how do you think, with looking at the next gen, you guys are the next gen for the continent. What do you think and how do you think that makes us stronger? What do you think it is that will make us stronger? Our shared values, to identify us as Africans, what would make us stronger? Anybody can answer that question.
Hello, I can answer that in few words.
Thank you very much. My name is Jerry Fokpa from Liberia.
Okay.
I strongly believe that with the role Liberia and Nigeria has played over the years in terms of regional peace in West Africa, it has helped and it will also continue to help in the future in strengthening relationship with both countries and other countries around West Africa. We share a very strong brotherhood in terms of cultural diversity, in terms of the different opportunities that both countries has as a region.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Thank you guys so much. You guys are giving such good answers. Thank you so much. Thank you for participating. For you guys that are participating. Thank you. Thank you so much. Because that's the whole purpose of us being here. We want to see how we're different, but we also want to see how we are alike. So we can focus on how we're more alike than we are different. Because the more we focus on how we're more alike than we are different, the stronger we can grow together. Instead of looking at our differences, we'll look at how we are alike. So the next set of questions is going to be focused on the leadership and owning our future. So the purpose of this is to encourage confidence and responsibility. So the first question, we will start with Liberia for this first question. What kind of leader do you want to become? For you guys that are, please unmute yourself or put your hand up and we can call you out. If you're not ready, I will call someone to answer. Anyone? Okay, Pretty Favor World. No, she's Nigerian. I don't know who she is. She never introduced herself.
Yeah, so I want to answer on
Your name?
Momo Yara.
Okay,
My name is
Momo.
Momo Yara
Okay,
from
go ahead,
Liberia
Momo.
again.
Yes.
Yeah, so for me, I always see leadership as an opportunity and a privilege to lead my fellow team members. And as such, I do not take myself so different in terms of social class from them. So I always want to be that exemplary person. If we have to do something, I should be the first to set that example that others should follow. So I want to be a leader that is connective to his people, but at the same time, being very strict and decisive in doing what is right, irrespective of who is involved. So, yeah.
That's a great answer. All right, good. Thank you. On the Nigeria side, very good answer. On the Nigeria side, can someone please unmute yourself and answer that question for us?
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for this opportunity.
You're
Actually, leadership is one of the greatest challenges we have in Africa, especially when we look at how our leaders discharge the expected responsibilities. So for me, to be a good leader, you have to consider leadership as a responsibility and sacrifice. If somebody is not ready to sacrifice for his people, he shouldn't be aspiring for any position in leadership. So to be a good leader, the challenges at hand for your people should be your priority, not your personal interest, not to amass wealth, not to enjoy the privileges around the leadership. So the people should come first, their interests, their needs, what challenge bedevil them should be the priority. We have scarce resources, we have poor technology, so the little resources we have should be mobilized towards solving the most challenge we have at hand. This brings people together. This restores the confidence people, followers will have on their leaders. So sacrifice, responsibility, managing scarce resources is the topmost priority as a leader. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was a good one. Mr. Bao, you have something to say? Mr. Bestman? Mr. Bestman?
Yeah, also to the question, I just wanted to throw in a few things to the question.
Sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, so like you asked the question directly when you said, because the reason I say the question comes indirectly because most of the time we sit on the fence in Liberia or somewhere in any part of Africa, we watch our leaders do things, and then we want to be like, okay, I can do that, I can do more of that, and then I can be a better person than that. But a lot of times we are not in those positions, and then we don't really know what's actually going on there. But just like the brother regularly put it, the guy from Nigeria, you have to be able to create an avenue where you can serve. For me, that's how I see leadership to be, right? You should be able to serve people and make sure that you solve problems,
Yeah.
right? Serving and solving problems. Because most of the time, with the leaders we have here is that they they lead, they're just at the front, right? They just, okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. And nobody is trying to help who's at the back, who's falling from the back, who's falling from the middle, and then who's trying to get your back, okay, get this one, get that one. No one is trying to do that, but we just at the front, let's go, let's go, and let's go. So I'm saying that if, for instance, I would be in a position where I can decide to be a leader, I would love to be able to be in a position where I can be able to serve the people that I am in control of instead of just leading them.
Yeah, good. That's a good answer too. The fact that he also said that sacrifice, to be a good leader, you do have to be able to sacrifice and want to sacrifice. You have to be willing to die for something that you believe in. If you're not willing to die for something that you believe in, it's going to be difficult for the people that you lead to be willing to die for something. And regardless of whether it's your brother or your sister did something wrong, if they do something wrong, if you rectify that person, and people see that you're doing it, they'll know that they cannot, mess with this leader. This person's not playing. Okay. So the next question is, maybe Mr. Besma, since you're here, or anybody else we have a room here of 34 persons, and I find that the same people keep answering these questions. Guys, please, we all have to be involved. This question starts with Nigeria. What is the one thing you will start doing today to improve the future of Nigeria and the continent? What is the one thing? Just one thing. Anybody, you can unmute yourself or raise your hand and we'll call you, or just unmute yourself and answer that question. We're starting with Nigeria for this one. Hello? And anybody, please?
Yes. I'm Salamatu.
Please go ahead, ma.
Yes, I think one thing I want to do to make a change is actually to volunteer to do things that I know will promote the growth and development of the continent.
Yes, yes.
Volunteering without anything attached to it.
Thank you for that. And I think that's one of the things we promote. I don't know if she's still speaking. That is so important. That sense of service, of giving. Like at our youth, we do the outreach and we ask them to volunteer when we go out to hand out food to those that are financially disadvantaged. And we've encouraged them, do this because you want to serve. It's not because you're getting paid. We've helped with those that couldn't afford transportation. Things are hard. A lot of them had just graduated from college, from university, but the priority was on that service, community, and it has really helped. It changes minds because it is from those. I was sharing with one of my youths that never put money ahead of opportunity, never put money ahead of relationship, because when you build relationships cannot be quantified. And I think that's something else that we must really emphasize with our youths, even though things are challenging, to get away from monetizing things and just see building networks, building relationships. Those are things that money cannot buy. Is it my network? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, okay.
We
Yeah,
can
we
hear you.
do.
Yes, we can hear
We
you.
can hear you.
Okay. Miss Messi, I think she's frozen. Is she frozen?
Yeah, it seems so.
Yeah, it seems like because okay, that's why I thought it was me.
That's not just this. It's doing lots of things.
Miss Messi, your network is shaky. We can't hear her. We are going to let's stop your video. Let's see if it will be better. Your network is going in and out. Is her network going in and out, or is it me?
It's going in and out. It's not just you.
Okay. Okay. Because sometimes my network goes in and out. Okay. I'm sure she's going to join us again. But there's a similarity between Liberia and Nigeria that we can't hear you, Miss Macy. We can't hear you. Your network is going in and out. We can't hear you, Miss Macy. We can't hear you. Your network is going in and out. Okay, so there's something
Can you hear me now?
that is very okay. Can you repeat yourself now? Let's see if we can hear you. No, we
Yes, can you
still
hear me
can't.
now?
It's
Hello?
choppy. It's choppy. Your network is choppy. It's going in and out. It's choppy. It's choppy.
Okay, I'm about to change now.
And we were doing so good. Okay, so she's about to change networks. So she'll be joining us again. The similarity in the names, Liberia, Nigeria, no one has actually mentioned that. It's interesting
I had
that
it in my chat.
okay, you have it
Yeah.
in your chat. Okay.
Yeah.
There is that. And yeah, just wanted to, that was something I was thinking about. So she'll be joining us shortly. But while we're waiting for her, I'm going to also put a form in the chat room for those that are interested in continuing this conversation, building this network. That's why we started here. This is just the beginning. This is just the meet and greet. We're going to build a curriculum or a program that is going to help us interact better. Go ahead, Mr. Kentibe.
Yeah, thank you, Auntie Jumoke. Good day, everybody. My name is Henry Kentebe. Sorry, I am joining late. I'm a Nigerian Canadian. I'm joining from Toronto, Ontario. I'm one of the directors of Chartered Institute of Trucking Business Management of Canada. I'm a father of 3, and I'm a proud Nigerian and an African. And I'm so excited that the youth of Africa are coming together to network, to see how we can improve our continent and our country in particular. Thank you so much for organizing this forum, and I wish us all the best. So if I can just coming into the last question that was asked about leadership, I think if I'm to choose what I'm going to do as a leader in Africa, I think I'll build the followers, because oftentimes we think that leadership is the biggest problem and we neglect the side of the followership. Followership is so poor, so uneducated, so ill-informed, and what have you. So if I'm to have anything to do, if I'm a leader, I have goals to meet and roles, objectives to play. I'll focus more on building smart followership that are responsible, that are responsive, that they understand the roles, duties, responsibility. They are more educated. So I just want to put that into the discussion. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's a very important point, because we can't keep letting the worst of us lead the best of us. Thank you. Mr. James Cole. James, please go ahead and unmute yourself.
Thank you very much. One thing I think will actually impact the continent is to build the capacity of the youth. I have seen many youth go to school, graduate. Some don't have careers. They don't have the opportunity to get secondary or tertiary education. But if leaders will bring out programs, technical vocational programs, to build their capacities while struggling to finish secondary or tertiary education, that is something that will stand out. And if I am to point out another thing, is aligning young individuals who are in college, who are in high schools, with mentors, professional individuals that will guide them into their academic sojourn. It helps in diverse areas to build out the human resource capacity and the continent at large. Thank you.
Excellent point, because mentorship usually starts in career setting, professional setting, but we should have mentorship right from even elementary schools. From very young age is when mentorship should start, like channeling them towards what their giftings are and what they are strong in. I know in Nigeria, for example, you either have to be a lawyer, a doctor, an engineer, and then an accountant. Those are your 4 options. But there are so many skill sets that are within us, and how do we ensure that we are helping the young people achieve their goals or their God-given skills, to use it. So thank you for that. That's a very important point. Anyone else? Does anybody else want to contribute to that? Okay, Macy, you're back. Are you able to speak? I hope you've changed network. Yeah. Macy. Okay. So the other question here is, we've talked about what kind of leader you want to become. What is the one thing what is that one thing you can start today to improve your future? What is that one thing you can start doing today to improve your future? What is that one thing you can start today, not tomorrow, today, to better your future? Go ahead.
Okay, Mom. Okay. First thing first. The goal would be to be a better version of myself each day, and that will have to do with me understanding my strengths and weaknesses, my abilities, areas where I can improve on, areas where I know, okay, I have strength in and able to maximize it. And in the areas of my weakness, I'm able to understand how to also raise the bar as well. So it has to first and foremost be about me leading myself and becoming a better version of myself each day. Thank you.
So introspection. Okay. Very good. Thank you. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Cyrus, please go ahead.
All right. Thank you. So one thing I can start doing today to improve my future, for me, I think, is the consistency in building my skills. Yes, because that is what will give me what I want tomorrow. And also to build myself around people who can challenge me or inspire me to do better things. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, thank you. So my name is Jerry Fogba once again. So one of the best things that I feel I can do today to improve my future is to deal with the issue of constant procrastination. Because sometimes as a young person, you plan to do something, you continue to procrastinate, push it, make unnecessary schedule in accomplishing a particular task that you are so passionate about or achieving. But because of the issue of procrastination, you don't realize the actual meaning of your existence. And in leadership, one of the things that I think that is better that can help to improve our country or our environment is by being honest, being respectful and responsible for everything you do as an individual. So that's just my take on the discussion.
Thank you very much. And procrastination is a thief of time because you are never going to regain that time that you have lost. So you've lost opportunities procrastinating, and unfortunately, it's not only the youth, it's human beings. So we all need to do better and not procrastinate. Do not put off to tomorrow what you can do today. Thank you for sharing that. Mr. James Cole?
Yes, please. Thank you. So, what I do believe I will improve is reading. I've come to realize that good leaders do read. If you don't read, a lot of good information do pass away. You will not get the perspective of other people. But nowadays, people are putting their words in writing. If I don't place myself in a position to read articles, to read novels, to read the writings of too many people who are well known, I believe my leadership will have a vacuum that may likely not be filled in as soon as possible time.
Thank you very much. And the Nigerian side, I need you guys to speak. This is across borders, so it can't just be one-sided. We also need you to get into this conversation. Jonathan, please go ahead, and then we'll have Saki, and then we have Izikta. Please go ahead, Jonathan.
All right. Thank you so much, ma. So for me, one thing I would like for us to take into consideration is getting involved in making decisions. Firstly, from the community that we are living in, we should make informed decisions that the community will live on it, and after graduating from the community, we'll go to the country and Africa as a whole. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We are going to take Saki, and then we'll go to the next question, and then we'll see if Messi would join in, and then we'll start to round off because this is just the beginning. There's a lot to cover. Go ahead, Saki.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity once more. So for me, what I do take into consideration for improvement will be self-confidence. We have observed that many young people want to lead, they want to become a leader, but they don't have the self-confidence. And in the absence of self-confidence, you won't be punctual enough to lead and to really understand the plight of those who you want to lead. So taking into consideration self-confidence will be a good improvement for someone who is yearning to become a good leader.
Thank you very much. And that is a very good point. Self-confidence, being able to step forward, being bold enough and courageous enough to believe in yourself, in what you have to give, and knowing that that is going to benefit the community, not just yourself. Thank you for bringing that up. So I want to follow that up. I want to follow up with a second question. So how do you build confidence? How do you begin to build that confidence? And Nigerians, you guys need to speak.
Yeah,
This
can
is
I come
cross-border.
in some
Please,
more?
yes, go ahead. Go ahead, Tipa.
Yeah, so firstly, I would say I wasn't be able to like speak to the first one because everybody hands were already up and then it meet the number. So also I would just basically start from there before I get to the next question, the previous question. So what I would say is that most times we most rather with the use we when it comes to problem we focus on what is outside there, right? We look at how the government is affecting us, how the country is affecting us. We don't look at ourselves, right? So most times when you those who are involved in accounting in other profession, after the day's work, you do something called reconciliation, right? So and I think we should encourage that for ourselves because most times let's say for instance for our parents, right? When they get home, the father will say, okay, how much did I spend today? How much I spent on transportation? How much I spent on food? How much I spent on this? So sometimes I use that idea on myself. Like so I do it like this. Sometimes like every 2 or 3 weeks, I have a goal and I want to know how what I've had done to to impact that, right? And because I have it laid out, so I want to know, okay, so I say, okay, this week I'm supposed to do this, all on my bucket list. And then I want to know how the things that I did that particular week affect that particular goal. So and then I have a point where I can reconcile, okay, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. So it's not just about the external forces or the ones that are outside the government, the bar rules, the budget, and all of that. Most times it's about ourselves, right? We are not checking ourselves. We always look for the problem outside there as you. We all know, what is not happening for us. We are not seeing that, okay, now I have, and most time what I tell people here is just use what you have and make yourself better. Because you can't be praying for something that is not coming. So to the current question of confidence, so confidence is more like trying to get in a position wherein you enjoy what you do, right? So for me, now how I can put it. So when you have confidence, you see some things like normal. You see like a basic life activities for you to do. Yeah.
That's powerful. Thank you very much. Reconciliation. You talked about, setting goals and then how did you achieve those goals, right? And then you start to correct what you have missed. If you set a goal for the week, did you meet those goals? What did you do that prevented you from meeting those goals, and how you can adjust? I like the fact that you said look within yourself, because we usually do external, but there are things that you have control of within yourself. So you begin to take control of that. That's very good. So for those that have your hand up, I am going to, oh my goodness, sorry. I had Miss Smith. I'm going to ask a follow-up question. Mrs. Back.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. Welcome back.
Listen, thank God for phones. I was like, I just got to do this on my phone. I can't deal with this computer, and I don't understand what was going on just now. It just froze and locked.
Yes.
So I'm on my phone now. Yes.
Okay. Welcome back. Just good to have you
Thank
back.
you.
So we just finished talking about the question. We just finished dealing with what is one thing you can start doing today to improve your future, and then the question we are going into now: what stops young people from stepping into leadership roles? So we have a few hands up. Maybe they can take those. Okay, Mr. Kentebe and then Cyrus, what stops young people from stepping into leadership roles?
Yeah, I think the question before was that about confidence. What could we do to improve confidence? And that was my thought. So I just want to put it out there that it's actually human to to be afraid to have a social anxiety, because you know, it's just the way it is. And one thing you can do to improve on your self-confidence and improve on social anxiety is to do it more. If you are afraid of public speaking, try and get engaged and do more of public speaking. If it is a classroom and you are afraid, you are anxious of not answering questions, do more of raising up your hands, volunteer, put yourself out there. The more you do it, the more you develop confidence. You know, that's just the way it is. It's driven by the more time you are able to do something and you do it better. So that, let me just put it that way. And what young people can do to just like a lot of people have said here, just find yourself useful in any given situation that you are in the family. If it is a family, the community, and the nation, just get yourself to impact life. By doing that, you are also, you know, you're contributing your quota to the society. Thank you.
Can I say something? I know earlier, at one point I heard you, McKay, you said you were gonna let them do a poll. I don't know if people have finished answering the questions from the poll yet, or if I missed that completely. But to
No,
piggyback on the
I'm putting a
confidence,
form.
huh?
I'm putting a form for them to kind of register for this group so that they will get more information.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so.
Okay, great. Like you said, Henry, I remember growing up in Liberia, my father used to always, in our household, there are two things you couldn't say. You couldn't say, I don't know, and you couldn't say, practice makes perfect. So my dad would always say, anytime you said you didn't know, he would always say, what would you do if you did know? So as a kid, it allowed us to, before you could even say, I don't know, everybody's looking at each other like, what can I say? What can I say? But you know, my father used to say, perfect practice makes perfect. Like you say, if you lack the confidence to speak in front of people, if you're fearful of doing something, it's just about the start. And know what your bottlenecks are, know what your challenges are, and be true to yourself and tap into those resources that can help you be better, and be humble enough to listen, because you can learn from anybody. You can learn from your peers, you can learn from people even younger than you. And once you're humble enough to know that you are in the perpetual motion of learning, then you will consistently start to build the confidence that you need to build via speaking or via agriculture, whatever it may be. Once you humble yourself enough. Sometimes I think with the youth, you know, they have a certain case of arrogance and they feel like, you know, nobody can tell them anything. But I think once you humble yourself throughout and know that you can learn from anybody, that would help you a lot along the way as well.
If I can add to that, just knowing who you are is very important.
Yeah.
And understanding that you are a gift to the world and you are not here by accident. You have a purpose. And to always show up authentically you, not to be anybody else. And I always share that, I always say this, that if God took the time to create each one of us with a separate DNA, there's something very unique about you that you're giving to the world. You are part of a puzzle. And if you don't fit in that right place, the puzzle, the picture is not complete. And so you need to find your piece, where you fit in this world, because you fit in somewhere. You're not here by accident. You were created for purpose. You are destined for greatness. You are destined for impact.
Yes.
That little light of yours must shine.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how bright the other person's light is shining, it's yours that must shine. Whether it's in your home, in your neighborhood, in your school, there is that thing that stirs up in you, that there is something in you that you know, this keeps you like anxious. If you don't do it, you know there's a hunger in you. And that's part of your gifting. And most of us don't give birth to that thing that is inside of us because the society or culture or the world is steering us in a different way. Your success is in achieving who God has called you to be. I just want to say that, and you must do it authentically. You must do it boldly and courageously, knowing that no one else is like you.
Yeah.
No one else is like you. No one else can do it exactly like you can. You're unique. And I that's one thing that will give you that sense of confidence, and just knowing that I'm uniquely me, and no one else can do it better than me, because this is what I'm called to do. And I'm not saying to be obnoxious or anything like that, but what you've been gifted to do, you have the power to do it. Thank you.
Can I also add, Auntie?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think one other problem about confidence is that we are afraid of failure. You know, most often you are just afraid of how people are going to accept or react, or we are waiting for validation. What are people going to say if I do something? I don't want to fail. So we should not be afraid of failure. Just try. It is not. It just try. Just put yourself there. You don't fail until you have given up. That is when you have actually failed. So if you're afraid, if I speak, people are going to say my English is bad, or if I attended the university, I'm going to have poor grades. No. Just try and make the best of any opportunity, and don't ever accept failure, and don't ever accept how people are going to accept or validate you. Thank you.
Auntie Jumoke, can I say something?
Sure.
Yeah, as like we that teach in university, it's very important for us to encourage students, especially like myself. Usually what I do, I don't give tests. I put people in a group and tell them to make a presentation so that they can build up their confidence and present what they have as such, and then learn to live in group or learning group in group. And also, sometimes I used to tell teachers, if I'm a company and I want to take you for a job, package yourself so that you can sell yourself to me. So when you package yourself, whatever attributes you have as a person, that's what you put into that package, and then you sell it. So that sense of confidence in this kind of practices can actually motivate students who are very quiet in class, or when they work in groups as a research student together. And I usually say, if you have anybody that is a free rider in your group, you should let me know so that we know how to deal with him. And that actually creates group belongingness, so that people contribute and make sure they also build their confidence. Because in that presentation, I can actually call anybody. They don't have to have a group leader who will present. I'll just call on anyone and say, you continue from where the person stops, so that I will see whether the subject matter is well articulated amongst the students. Thank you.
Brilliant idea. I like that. Because that's part of it, like that community, that sense of community, and bringing a diverse opinion, diverse perspective to create something. Thank you for sharing that. Over to you, Missy.
Okay, so I didn't know where you guys stopped, so I was just going to, because I was looking at the time of respectful of everyone's time. I was gonna go to the question of breaking generational barriers and limiting beliefs.
However you want to do it, and tell us how many.
Is everybody okay? Is everybody okay with the time? Everyone okay?
Yeah. Pretty Favor World said she wanted to say something.
Sure. Yes. Because I can't really see the things like I could see before, because now I'm on my phone.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. We lost your audio.
Why young people
Your audio
always
is very poor.
Right?
We can't hear you very well. Your audio is really, or is it me?
I can hear you.
Okay, but her audio, could you hear her?
No.
Okay.
She's going in and out. Yeah, her audio is not that
going
good.
in and out.
It sounds like she's underwater.
Yeah, you're going in and out. Maybe you can type it. We can't hear you, Pretty Favor. Okay. Over to you, Missy. So how much more time are we extending this, or
Well, I
what do you want
had
to do?
scheduled it for like an hour and a half, but it's up to the participants. It's up to you. So it's completely up to you guys. I just wanted to be respectful of everyone's time, since this was the inaugural. I just wanted to kind of get you to feel the kids in Liberia. The kids in Liberia can feel you and the group in Nigeria, and then we build on from that. So this was just a conversation to start moving forward, to forge ahead. So it's completely kind of up to you. There's two more questions that I had here. If you want us to cover it, one is like breaking generational barriers. There are 3 questions in that particular category. And then the last one is collaboration over competition. And then there's 3 questions there, but we can cut it to 1 question each. And then we can put it on the side for maybe next time. So I'll leave it up to you in the audience.
I leave it up to you. You have me for as long as you want.
Okay, guys, let's take a poll. Everybody that want us, you put a 1 in the chat if you want us to continue this for the next 6 questions, and a 2 in the chat if you want us to modify it. So then, Jumoke, you can tell me what the answer is, how many we have, what the winner is. That's 2. 2. I see a lot of 2s.
We've been here for about an hour and a half, so maybe it is to have a follow-up if it's a lot of 2, if we see a lot of 2s.
Yeah, there is a lot of 2s.
There's
So
a
it
lot
looks
of
like
2s.
2 is the winner. So what we will do then, we'll ask 1 question from breaking generational barriers and limiting beliefs. I really think the conversation was, because I could hear you guys, but you guys couldn't hear me. I really think the conversation was going in a great direction. And I think, it gives you some data as to what your next steps would be for Liberia, if in fact you want to move forward with, bringing a chapter in Liberia, by having more conversations with the Liberians. So I would ask,
I don't know if it is an option. I think we are continuing this. There is no option B. This has been great. It's option A. And it's now just for us to set up how often we're going to do this and when we're going to do this.
I know, I
I
know.
personally don't think there's an option of not doing this. What do you guys think? Raise your hand if you think we shouldn't continue with this.
Yes, let us know.
If we
Raise your
should not,
hand.
raise your
Yes.
hand if we should continue this. If this has been great and we should continue this, just raise your hand in the chat.
Yes, raise your hand.
Raise
Send
your
some
hand.
hearts. Give us some
Yes,
love. Let us
yes,
know.
yeah, okay. Okay. Harry is the only one that can raise his hand. Harry Tamba, okay, I see hearts. I see, okay. Yeah, okay, I see hearts. Samsia, I didn't hear you speak at all today. Yeah. So, okay, so we are continuing this. This has been beautiful.
So Jumoke, you have no choice. There's no
Oh
choice
no,
in the matter.
I didn't have it. I didn't give myself an option. If we have to do this at 5 a.m., I'll wake up. It's so beautiful to really see this happening. Honestly, it's really beautiful, and I just can't wait for what is coming and how we continue to build these relationships beyond borders. And we are
Yes,
off to something great here, and I'm just so thank you, sis,
you.
for inviting me to be a part of this. I'm
No,
truly privileged and very
thank you for
grateful.
accepting. Thank you for accepting. Thanks to the students at the university that really got their friends and championed the initiative. Thanks to the organization, Young President Professionals. I think I'm saying it backwards. I may be saying it incorrectly. When I reached out to the administrator, she just hopped on it. She sent it out to about 16 of the youth that either past cohort and present cohorts. So I really thank them for taking the initiative to come on, because the very first part of making a change, of being a change agent, is showing up.
Yes.
That's the very first part.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
showing up.
Yes.
So President's Young Professional. Thanks,
Hello.
James.
Yeah.
Yes. It's
Yeah.
showing up. So the fact that we all have shown up, even with me and my and I got Starlink to don't make it so bad. I have Starlink and I got Orange. So when my Starlink wasn't working, I figured it may work better on my phone than on my computer. Maybe my computer is taking more bandwidth. So it's just, here you just have to be able to think on your feet. So again, like we said, with the internet, we have no barriers. So I'm just grateful that the young girls and guys were able to invite their friends were able to show up, they've been interactive, and this is just the beginning of something great. And I'm really, really looking forward to, next year, this time, what it would look like.
Yes. And I think on our end, what we also did was invited a lot of the youth leaders, those that are
Yes.
really passionate and committed to
Yes.
developing youth, like Professor Salma to Pastor Lagunju Harry. We brought them in. We have some of our youths here, and these are the ones that are going to really help shape the program, provide
Yes.
the support and the resources that our youths need to be able to continue this. So the next question I have for you, sis, is how often do we want to do this? Some people said Saturdays are tricky because of all the events that are going on.
Right.
So maybe
Yeah.
Sunday evening after church when people are relaxed and there isn't competing events. So that's something else that we need to do. I put a link in the chat room for us to register so that we can continue the conversation. Sis and I would have your contact
Somebody
information.
just asked about the form. People
I
are
just put
asking
it back
about the
in.
form.
I just put that form in. So
Okay,
this will be
great.
like,
All right.
we'll be able
All right,
to
cool.
do a poll to see what time works better. So there are a lot of things we can do behind the scenes,
Yes.
for an inaugural
Yes.
event. This was excellent. I mean, it's
Yes.
a 10 over 10.
Yes.
Samsia, you have your hand up. Samsi, go ahead.
Good evening. My hand was actually up when I was saying that we can continue, but this has been amazing. This has been amazing. Taking out your time to talk to us, to advise us, and help us see the better part, a brighter part is actually amazing. Very honest. We are grateful. We are grateful. Thank you so much.
You didn't introduce yourself.
Oh, my name is Shamsia Abdul Mumin. I'm a clinical student of veterinary medicine at Ahmadu Bello University Zaria here in Nigeria. And I am an avid volunteer. I own a business and I'm very interested in impact, especially for students in the university. Because one thing I stand by is that you cannot leave a university with just your certificate. There is too much to learn. There's too much data online. There's too much information. And you cannot continue with the mindset that your family is this or that's just how you are. You once you leave home and you are introduced to the university environment, you meet people. You're expected to learn and unlearn. You're expected to be a better person. Just like I said about packaging and all. So for me, everything that has been said, I actually relate to it. I understand that confidence is audacity, but it's an audacity that has to come from within. And then there are a lot of people that if you see them, you just know that you have to do better for yourself. But it's a personal choice. So a lot of this resonated with me, and thank you so much. But that's why I'm Shamsia Abdul Mumin from Nigeria.
So, thank you, Samsi. So you are one of the ambassadors that are going to reach out to more youth, like-minded youths that are interested in
Yes.
things like this. So we are going to have some ambassadors that will do that outreach to continue to build the momentum.
Yeah.
I am interested. I actually have something like that I was trying to work on, but it was just like my own small impact where I created a group chat. I tried to send links for people to apply and acquire soft skills, learn things to improve themselves, improve what they know. Because to be very honest, what you do not know is out there, you do not know is out there. But then once you expose yourself and you attend conferences, you attend webinars like this, you know that there is so much out there and you are not limited. You are not limited. And a limited mindset is not good at all. So I'll always advocate for better, because I don't think the knowledge that I acquire for myself is for me, to be very honest, is for other people.
Absolutely.
So I'm ready anytime to do better.
Wonderful.
I love it. I
I
love
love
it.
it.
I love her energy.
Yes, the zeal is there.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So guys, please send me your email addresses so I can submit it to Jumoke. You know, so we can keep in touch. If you want to take the moment to put your email addresses in the chat, but then when the live is over, the chat is gone. So I
that's
guess
what the form is for. I put a
the
form
form
in
is
there
there.
so they
So
can
make
fill
sure
it. It would have their phone number, their names, and their email address. And we can actually create a WhatsApp group chat for us to continue the conversation as well. And then have people like Dan Bestman and Samsi and whoever else wants to be ambassadors. Just take it. It's so exciting.
Samsi can start the group chat and she can be the person monitoring it, because she looks like she is full of energy.
Yeah. And I see Bestman too. I see him also doing that.
Yes,
There are quite a
exactly.
few. We have quite a lot of everyone here is a leader. And I'm just from this short time we've had, I've identified some of the strengths, and we want to keep building on that.
Absolutely.
So congratulations to the next president of Liberia, the next president of Nigeria, future senators and
y'all remember us,
business I better go, because by then we would have retired, but you'll be taking care of us. I'm going to have a country home in Liberia. So we should look for a nice cottage for me that I can just move and get.
Anytime you're ready, don't worry, I got you.
Yeah, I'm going
we
to
have to do something here in Liberia and bring you in. And we can do it live. Guys from Liberia, what do you think? Bringing her in and doing something at City Hall.
I'm going to do that because I'm going to Nigeria next month, so I will
Yes.
talk so that I can come visit. By God's
Yes.
grace,
Yes,
I'm
by
really
God's
excited
grace.
about this. This has been great. This has been wonderful, and thank you, sis. I can't thank you enough
My
for
pleasure.
involving me in this. I'm quite excited.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I apologize for my network mishap, but all wasn't lost. We still kept it going.
Please fill the form. Please take a minute to fill the form in that link
Everybody,
so
yes,
that we can
please fill
keep
the
in
form.
touch. Yeah, keep in touch. Just put
Yes.
it in the link, the form I provided, and we'll take it up from there. Thank you
And those
so
of you guys who are from Liberia, my local number is on the flyer. Please reach out to me. Maybe we can get together next week or something, and just like a small gathering, and we can do a recording and send it to Jumoke. We can just have a conversation, just continue the conversation locally, and just share with her. That's not a problem. We can get together. That's a small group of us. I don't mind at all. Just let me know so we can continue the momentum, and we can continue helping you guys. Everyone have something to share. Everyone have something to give. So let's continue the conversation.
Yeah, and maybe we'll do the same thing on our end. Samsi, we probably will do the same thing. It's good so
Yeah.
that it's parallel, and then when we come back, we can share. This is what we're doing.
Exactly.
It's
Yep.
really great. I'm excited.
All right. Well, happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we look forward to continuing this conversation. God bless you all, and yes, and have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for all our elders that joined us. Thank you for your support. We really appreciate you, and we are really going to tap into you as we continue to build this. Thank you, sir, Pastor Lagunju. Thank you, Professor Salmata. Thank you for all the great work you're doing with our youths, the teaching and all that wonderful things. God bless
Thank
you.
you.
Really appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you all.
Thank
Have
you
a
to
good
everyone
evening.
thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.